video, I'm going to be showing you all the watches that I've ever bought, right from the time when I was a teenager till today. And some of these watches are as old as, say, around 25 years. So it's a bit crazy, I know, but I hope you enjoy watching this video. Hey guys, welcome to Maverick, and today's video is going to be very interesting because I'm going to be showing you each and every watch that I have in my collection. And a lot of these watches are so old that, you know, they're making me feel very nostalgic. One more thing, as you can see, I've started off this video in a vlog style, and quite frankly, I've been feeling really nostalgic of late and missing the good old days when I used to be outdoors traveling and making all these travel videos on my channel. I know that this is a temporary phase and we will get through this. We will come out stronger. And on that note, let's begin this video. Alright guys, so these are the two main watch cases I have. This one is from Fossil. I bought this in India. This was slightly on the higher side. And this one is a see-through one, again, you know, made of high quality PU. There is another third smaller box that I have, a smaller case that I have. We'll just concentrate on these two for the time being. In this video, I'm going to be going for this one. Just to give you a sneak peek, these are all the watches that I have collected over almost 20 or 25 years. Alright, so let's begin with, I think, this one. This is a Fossil watch. I bought this recently from India, and this got a leather strap. Really nice. So I mainly went for this watch because of the blue dial and this leather strap. This was not very expensive. I think this was around 13 or 1,000 Indian rupees, which is just around 180, 190 US dollars. So yeah, it works perfectly fine, but not been wearing it too much. Here we have the Apple Watch, the Apple Series 1. Nothing fancy. This is not the latest a watch by Apple. This is the first watch that they launched, and I've been using it mainly for my workouts and everything. Not a big fan of these digital watches. I like the mechanical ones more. You know, sometimes I used to wear it for office, but not a very big fan of the Apple Watch. But nonetheless, I have it, so it's in my collection. Then we've got this Guess watch. When I saw it, I was blown away by this particular model. And this one is again from, so this is not a GC, but this is a Guess watch, like the, you know, just the regular Guess collection. Because this one here is the GC, and I think GC is the, you know, more premier line of watches that Guess does. So here they have the royal blue strap, which I really like. Goes really well with the gold. This one was for about 15,000 Indian rupees. I bought this in India. You can see it looks really nice. So this is ideal for, like, you know, going out evenings. Not a office wear watch, of course. This is not like formal wear. This is just to chill out in the evenings. You know, you're going out to dinner or something, you could probably wear this. One fun fact about this watch is that whenever I see it, it reminds me of this very dear friend of mine, and him and me have this really strange thing going on, that we somehow end up buying the same watches. It's not like we decide to buy it, but somehow we end up buying the same watches, and he also has this one, and I think even this one. So that brings us to now this watch out here from Armani. So this watch I bought from UK when I used to study there, and this was also from my first earning. In UK, I used to work there with Burberry's in their Regent Street store. When I got my first paycheck, this watch was one of the first things that I bought for myself. So yeah, very close to my heart, and this will always remain in my collection as a memory piece. By the way, I don't wear this watch a lot. Back then, it used to be quite fashionable, but not anymore. Again, very close to my heart. Now moving on, we have the G-Shock. This one I again liked a lot because I picked it up mainly because of how good the watch looks. As you can see, rubber strap, and with this rose gold thing going on. This watch I bought for about, I think, 16,000 Indian rupees, which should be just over 200 US dollars. So yeah, Quite nice. I like to wear this watch quite often. Quite sporty, chunky, looks good on a man's wrist. Highly recommend this watch if you like G-Shock or Casio branded watches. One of their signature pieces, and I would highly recommend you buying this watch. Here we have another watch by Guess, and this one is called Guess Steel. This watch is at least, if not less, about 17-18 years old, and I've worn it quite a bit. As you can see, the leather also looks worn off. I don't wear this watch anymore, but again, it's part of my collection. One of the very first few watches that I bought. Okay, so putting this back. Alright, so now let's move over to this one out here, which is a watch that I bought, I think in 2019, if I'm correct. And this one is from Cerruti 1881. Quite a chunky watch, if you can see. It's a square dial. Looks a bit loud, but I didn't have a watch like this, a square shaped one with again a blue strap and this rose gold. I really like the the embossing here. It says Cerruti 1881. Also the dial, I quite like this dial, this Roman letters. By the way, the chronograph also is functional and it's not just a notional one. This watch I would only wear like if I'm going out clubbing or going out partying or something. Not a watch that you can wear to work, but yeah, it's just a casual watch. As far as the price goes, I think I paid around 30,000 Indian rupees, which is slightly on the higher side, but Cerruti watches cost a little bit more and comes in the category of GC. A well-built watch. The leather strap is also feels very sturdy. One of the sturdiest leather strap watches that I have. If you can see the thickness from here, probably. This is a new watch, one of the newer watches that I have in my collection, and I wear it mostly in the evenings or at night. So here we have a watch from Victorinox. I also have done a video of my review of this watch. So interesting thing about this watch is that it looks very similar to the Rolex Submariner. So what I really appreciate about this watch is the emerald blue with this two-tone silver and the gold strap. So the reason I bought this watch was because in all of my collection, if you can see here, there's hardly any watch which has a steel strap. And I used to sometimes miss wearing a steel strap watch. I'm not again a big fan of heavy watches, and this watch, because it's steel and even the dial is quite heavy, so it's one of the heavier watches that I have. I wear this watch mostly for my office wear and with formals if I'm going out for meetings and everything, and looks really nice. So talking about the price, I think I paid around 35,000 approximately Indian rupees, which again is about $450. The steel watches are not really specific to when you can wear them. You can wear them, with your formals, casuals, day, night, whenever. I think this is probably the most versatile watch I have in my collection. All right, so here we have probably the most one of the most special watches that I have in my collection, and this one is from Seiko. My wife gifted this to me on my, I think, 30th birthday, which is not very long back. I had my eyes on this watch for quite some time, and she knew that I was, looking to buy this watch sometime. So she went ahead and bought this for me. Again, a leather strap, this dark brown leather strap. Has a nice clean gold dial to it. Again, chronograph. All the chronograph dials are functional. So this is a formal wear watch, guys. You can wear this to your office. You can wear it with your suits or formals, and goes really well. So I'm not going to be talking about the price for this watch, guys. Because this was a gift, but just for reference sake, this watch I think should be retailing right now for about 28,000 Indian rupees. So here I have a watch from Toy Watch, which is a European watchmaker, and they're mainly into fashion wear watches. I like the look of the watch, this whole plastic thing on top, and you can see the mechanism from front and back both, so quite nice there. This is not a chronograph, just a simple quartz watch. I don't wear this watch that often now, but it's quite nice to have in the collection. When I bought this watch, I was really gung-ho and was like blown away by this watch because how it looked. Got a lot of compliments on this one. Goes back here. All right, so here we have the much talked about Klein watch. And if you guys are subscribers, you already know what I'm talking about. This watch I've done 3 videos on, and is probably one of the most overhyped watches that I've bought in all of my collection. As you can see, it is a simple dial, which is nothing too fancy. That being said, there's something really classy about this watch. It's very minimalist, it's not very loud, and I think you can pull off this watch even with your formal wear and casuals. So if you're interested in this watch, you can go and check out my videos on the Klein watch.
ये PUBG वाला है क्या?
So guys, that was the Klein watch, and now we have the GC. This is by far the most worn watch that I have in my collection. It looks really stylish, very classy. As you can see, it's not very loud and reminds me of the Cartier Tank. It's a bit like that from the sides. Like if I give you a glance of the watch from the side, looks a bit like that, and very sturdy rubber. It's not, I've worn this like, I don't know, a couple of hundred times, and the watch is still intact. By the way, you don't get this watch anymore. It ran for a very short period of time, and even if you want, you can't buy this watch anymore. So this watch, I think, is about, if not less, about 17, 18 years old. So this was a sneak peek into part 1 of this video, where I took you along and showed you all the watches that I have in my collection. So guys, the part 2 of the series is going to be all premium high-end luxury watches that I have in my collection, and I'm sure you would not want to miss out that video. So if you're new to the channel, make sure that you've hit the notifications and you've subscribed to Maverick. I will see you guys in the next video very soon. Till then, take care and goodbye.